Okay, you guys, we are live. Good morning. Happy Saturday, first Saturday of 2023. Yep, we are here with our sipping success stories this morning. We're going to kick off January with our favorite cup of something. I happen to have here some dandelion root tea. We got some water, fantastic. We've also got an amazing yummy juice that I'm going to be drinking too this morning. So we wanted to come live to you guys this morning. These ladies have agreed to share their personal success story and what's been happening in their life in the last months or even years with using the stem cell activation technology patches and some of the other patches. And we've got some pretty crazy stories for you. So I want to start off by saying who I am first. If you are new to the group and you're not for sure who I am, my name is Dr. Stacy Holweger. I am not an MD, by the way. Most people always ask that. I have a PhD in integrative medicine, a PhD in functional medicine. So I focus on the holistic sides of things, helping the body get back into balance. I have a lot of tools in my toolbox. This is a tool that I have been utilizing for a little over a year and a half now in my practice with my clients and friends and family members, and everybody across the globe has been using this technology. I'm going to explain real quickly what it is. Looks like a little round band-aid, right? Doesn't look like much, but this patch signals your body to activate, elevate, and mobilize its own stem cells. We all have stem cells, right? We have an abundance when we're born. That's why kids are so young and youthful and vibrant. They have boundless amounts of energy. They sleep at the drop of a hat. They fall off their bike, break a bone, and get up and keep on going. The bodies are always working to repair itself. As we age, our body has less and less stem cells that are active. Those of you that are in your 30s, about half. Those of you that are in your 60s and beyond, less than 10% to even none of those stem cells are active in your body. So your body's ability to repair and regenerate itself, took a deep dive, right? Which is why we see the signs of aging and decline, age-related diseases, things like that contribute to the fact that our stem cells are just not working to repair the body. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to have these ladies share their personal experience with this patch and probably some of the others as well too, because we like to use different patches to do different things. But basically, just so you know how this works, in the morning, which is now for most of us, Paulina's over there in Italy, so it's a little later, but for most of us in the morning, we're going to put this on the back of our neck or below our belly button, and we're going to put it on and leave it on 12 hours. During that time, we're going to stay super hydrated with our water, right? Alkaline, good, healthy, clean water. And we're going to take it off 12 hours later and throw it away. During that time, it's activating, elevating, mobilizing your stem cells, resetting a third of your genes back to their young, youthful, healthy state immediately. And that is going to go to work to repair and regenerate, restore, rejuvenate all the cells and tissues and organs in your body every single day. And this has a compound effect, day after day, week after week, month after month. You put a new patch on every single day, sometimes year after year, right? For those of us that have been using this longer than a year now. And we see this huge impact in our health and literally reversing our cellular age, reversing the functionality of our cells and tissues and organs, taking old tissue, old cells, old organs, and making them young and new again. You can check all this out on startx39now.com. You will be able to read all of the clinical studies. The inventor of this tech has over 90 clinical studies, double-blind, placebo, independent doctors and labs across the globe, as well as over 130 patents that he holds mostly in the area of regenerative medicine. So with that being said, that's kind of the gist of it. You can dive a little deeper if you'd like to. But let's go ahead and get started this morning. Which one of you ladies wants to kick us off by sharing your personal success story while we are sipping away with our morning? All right, Paulina, go ahead.
Since I'm so far away, I get New Year's before you do.
I know you do.
Anyway, thanks to Gloria, when she came to Italy to do her book launch, she started putting these patches on me because she saw that I couldn't go down the stairs. I couldn't switch legs. I was going like this, So she slapped some AN on my knees, and within a little bit of time, I was able to walk better. Okay.
Wow.
And then she started giving me some other stuff because I was trying to drive in the mountains. So she gave me some, I don't even remember, probably Gloria knows more. I had a new car and I'm trying to drive. I never drove in the mountains before. So that helped calm my nerves. And then she gave me some X39 and I felt altogether better.
Mhm.
Okay. So I was like really happy. And then after Gloria left, I said, I'm trying this. And I started as I'm in so I could get a few to kind of explore. And
Mhm.
the first thing I noticed with X39 was like my hair and my nails. And my brother, maybe because we're the same blood or whatever, he had the same kind of results. And then to validate it more, when I went to the hairdresser, they said, you don't need this anymore. They would put certain things because it was so brittle, or the length of time to color my hair was more longer. So
No.
that was like, wow. And then I was doing this a lot and I don't remember what patches I used, but I have a lot more clarity, a lot more energy, and a lot more creativity, especially in the morning, like start to write all this stuff. And Gloria was helping me. Thank you, Gloria. I was struggling with a long bronchitis because I had COVID in last April.
Mhm.
And she had me put the energy patches on my lungs. And I'm no longer congested and I'm able to breathe better and I'm able to sleep better. And then I did like a whole house cleaning. Talk about energy. I did that in 2 days.
Wow.
I mean, real deep stuff.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
yeah, I'm really happy with it. And also my body temperature is more stable because I do have a thyroid issue and it's always like less. So I've been doing it every morning and
Mhm.
it's like more normal. It's like 98.4, 98.6. So I don't know what patch I'm using that's doing it, but it's definitely helping. And then the last thing I had was a spot under my arm and
Mhm.
Gloria said, put some Aeon on there. It's gone.
What do you mean a spot? Like a lump?
No, it was like maybe could have been some lymphatic issues. It was red for a while. I thought it was because the esthetician, like, did some hair removal but it wouldn't go away. And now it's gone,
Okay. And
forever gone.
tell us what patches you're using. Because that you have a lot of different success. I mean, wow. I mean, I met you back in October in Nice and it was, you had just gotten started. So what have you
Yes,
what are you
and
using?
I was spinning too, like not me, the room was spinning. So whatever the patches I've been using, I've been doing X39, Aeon, glutathione also. Gloria told me, she just had me patch it all up. But whatever it was, it really helped. So yes, and then I tried the energy one for the lungs, so that totally helped. And then the glutathione, obviously, I'm not as like congested or I was wheezing a lot when I was talking and it's not really there anymore.
Okay.
And what else? I also did try the SP6, but I also been giving some away because I'm so excited about it. Maybe I shouldn't, but I want to turn people on like Gloria did with me.
It's
And one of my neighbors said she had the best sleep ever because I gave her ice wave. She said not even anesthesia did that for her.
Yeah, they'll get rid of the pain. Absolutely.
She
Fantastic.
slept 14 hours.
Oh, wow.
And with anesthesia, she didn't even sleep 2.5 hours.
Oh my God.
84-year-old lady.
Wow. Just to help open up her energy channels and alleviate the pain.
Yes.
Wow. That's fantastic. Well, thank you, Paulina, for sharing your story
No,
this
thank
morning.
you.
Yes.
Thank you, Gloria.
Back to sipping. Thank you. All right. Who's next? Who wants to share next? Susan, Katana, Monica, who wants to share? Katana, you ready?
I can share.
Okay, good. Go ahead, girl.
Okay. My issues before was thyroid, but it's the little nodulars that come up in the thyroid.
Mhm.
And me, I wasn't like cold, I was more hot and burning up. And I didn't think about it until my friend came and she's like, girl, why aren't you going like this anymore? And I said, oh, well, it has to be the patches. So I would say the X39, which has helped me a lot because it's regulated my thyroid, my heat waves. I was having a really hard time walking. And when I started the Eon, I started it first, the first day. I slapped it on my throat right here. And I was having issues with mucus. And what happened was I went outside and I was like, charge! I was ready to go. And I was willing to leap tall buildings at that moment. And then all of a sudden, this huge thing of mucus came out. And 3 days later, I was feeling better because I was drowning in mucus. So the YH Eon has helped me. The X39, I love it. Can't live without it. I enjoy it. And the other thing I've noticed that my gum line was breaking loose. I come through a long history of my mom's side of lots of issues and deteriorating bone syndrome. And my gum line was the first thing that I've noticed, and it was breaking. Well, it's stronger. Now I can push on my teeth, my gum line, it's strong.
Wow.
My other thing I've noticed, I use Cardicine at night, but I've been putting it like right here on my forehead. Well, my eyes on my dad's side, glaucoma and cataracts is on his side. So, between the both parents, beautiful things are happening, right? So I noticed my eyeballs was like, when you scratch it or like you rub them, they was really soft and squishy. Well, they're not. They're more stable, a stronger muscle. And the other thing, when I'm using the Cardicine right here at night, it's opening my sinuses. So I turned my youngest son onto it, and his eyesight is getting better. And he goes, I can breathe. So those are the awesome ones. Glutathione, I love glutathione. I love it. I can't live without my glutathione. I was having issues the other day in my foot, pains in the heel. And so I slapped it right on like the heel part where the ankle is, and no more problems. SP6, I got a couple of them here I use. SP6, oh my gosh. I love SP6 because it's helped me with my appetite. I don't eat sweets anymore. I'll have them like every once in a while, but I was a really big, huge sweet person. And we know sweets are sugar that holds inflammation. And when I first started this patch 7 months ago, these patches, 7 months ago, I weighed 350 pounds. And I don't weigh 350 pounds. I'm like at 298 right now. And I keep getting smaller.
Yay. That's exciting. Oh, wow. That's amazing.
And I turned my friend on in England onto the Eon and the SP6. And she goes, Katana, it's really weird because I'm lactose intolerant. And she goes, I was a bad girl and ate pizza. And usually I have issues. She goes, but I believe the SP6 is helping me not be lactose. And so she tried it again for Christmas. And she goes, Katana, I can eat dairy.
Yeah.
So
because of what it does for your digestive system. Absolutely. That's fantastic.
Yeah. And I would have never known. Yeah. So I told her, thank you very much. And I recommend them all. I like the energy. And I tried the other day, we found a German picture of the X39 under the belly button, and then the energy enhancers right next to that. And I swear it's taking down my stomach at the bottom part of my stomach.
Gloria did that last year when we did our tummy reduction protocol. Remember, Gloria? Yep. She put the energy enhancers on different places on her stomach. And I mean, her before and after pictures are like, whoa. So yeah, absolutely. Look, Susan's making
it's amazing. It is amazing. And it really helps. And, the thing is, you just keep going. And don't give up, because I like it, because I'm getting younger, and as I see my family aging, and they're like, oh, what you're doing isn't right, and I'm like, okay, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. And that's the thing, you don't give it up, you just keep doing what you're doing. Exactly. And sooner or later they're going to open their eyes and go, what is she really doing? Why isn't she getting older?
That's amazing. Wow, such great success. Thank you for sharing, Katana. Oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. All right,
You're
Alicia,
welcome.
girlfriend, let's hear from you because you've been
Good
using these patches as long as I have.
18 months, I believe, right? Are we 18 months in?
18, yeah.
You
Nice.
you had a head start on me for just a few weeks.
Okay.
So my name's Alicia and I am in North Carolina. Super excited to be on this morning. Thank you for letting me share. I'm always excited about sharing about what has happened in my life with these patches. So 18 months ago, I get a text message from our mutual friend, Laura Balzer, and Laura and you, Dr. Stacy, had gone and actually sat and met with the inventor of these patches in Sarasota, Florida. And we've all been friends for 12 years, something like that. And so the next day, I guess, Laura is texting me, oh my gosh, I have something that I want you to try. You've got, let me use her phrase. We have found the holy grail of healing. That was the term that I got on my text message.
Yeah.
Now, why did she send that to me? In 2014, I was at the top of my game in life. Everything I thought was perfect. I had just gotten back from a trip to Thailand, and my daughter was graduating from high school. We had just bought a gorgeous 4,000 square foot home on 11 acres. Bam, Alicia gets a cancer diagnosis. Not only is it cancer, it's non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, stage 4, present in my bone and bone marrow with not an exciting prognosis. I don't know how to prepare anyone for what we went through in those next months and year, except to just say, if I was going to give you advice on that today, I would just say, seek answers and don't go numb and just take the solutions that one person offer you, and try to stay positive. But fast forward that to 2020, what was it? 2021, when I get this call. I'm still a cancer patient. I am still struggling with these issues with lymphoma. Glory to God, still here 8 years later. But Laura says, you've got to try this. And as a cancer patient, I want you to know that people want to help. And so over the course of the time that I have been dealing through this illness and this disease, people send you suggestions. They want to help. I have been offered to eat mushrooms that turkeys have pooped on. I have been asked to go to Arizona and live in a sweat tent. I have been told to go to Germany and get in a hyperbaric chamber, that I need to go to, even Stacy talked to me before and said, you need to go to Mexico and California and check out some stem cell therapy. Okay, people want to help. But there was something, and you have to do what's right for you, but there was something that stirred in my heart when Laura sent me that text and said, we found the holy grail of healing. And it felt right. And I ordered immediately. I wanted these patches on my body. I looked at the science, I looked at the technology, and I wanted it. So I got initially X39 and Eon and glutathione. And let me just tell you, for the last 18 months, it is on my body 24/7. Those three, especially when you find out the power of the healing of what these patches can do for you. Everybody that we know and that we love need to have these patches on their body each and every day. Every single one of them. I mean, Google it. If someone doesn't trust you, tell them, Google glutathione and the benefits of why we need this on our body. It's so, so important that we have the glutathione and the X39 and all of the power that it's doing. So what happened when I started using these patches? Well, I was just hoping that it was going to heal me, make me feel better, and, solve some of my problems. What I didn't realize, there were side effects problems that it was going to help too. That being Guys, I slept through the night for the first time in years after just 3 days of patching. I had spent thousands of dollars on sleep machines and pillows and, sheets and different teas to drink at night. I had spent all kinds of money just to sleep. And after patching for just 3 days, boom, I'm sleeping like a baby, deep REM sleep. It's amazing. I will just tell you too, I overslept this morning, almost didn't make the Zoom. So it is a good sleep that you can get with these patches. Secondly, I was in chiropractic care because I had injured my back the year before that and having horrible lower back pain, constant. And that was also part of my sleep issues, is because when I would roll over in bed at night, it hurt so bad it would wake me up. Boom. In 21 days, that was gone. And the reason that I knew that it was gone and I had to analyze it is I got my chiropractic bill and I went, wait a minute, my back's not hurting. And I started looking at it was the patches. I was receiving the benefit of the patches, and I have not been back to a chiropractor in 18 months.
Whoa.
Since putting the patch on. I have not seen a chiropractor. Okay, period, zero, none. I am patching, not cracking. So anyway, then at 43 days, now mind you, I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's stage 4 in 2014. With that, I have had blood work and CT scans at least every 3 months of my life since then. So I have a path of progression and I know my numbers. I had not changed anything but putting this little sticker on my body for 43 days. Went and had my scans, a CT scan and my blood work. And 3 days later, sat down in my oncology office and he said to me, Alicia, I don't know what you're doing, don't want to know what you're doing, but don't stop. These are the best scans you've had in 8 years. Like mic drop right there. I mean, what else needs to be said? It was absolutely the most exciting thing I'd ever heard, because when diagnosed, one of the things that I had asked and one of the things that I had hoped for was the word remission. In a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma patient of my type, which is follicular lymphoma, it's actual blood cancer. My blood cells look like spiders instead of pretty little round things. But he had said, you will never be in remission. And he said, you're right there. You're right there. And so we're just going for it. And lo and behold, another thing has happened. I don't have to go to the doctor now every 3 months. I go once a year. One time a year, just to get checked up, because I'm good. I'm claiming it and I'm patching, and it's going to happen. So there's so many other things. I'm a 52-year-old grandma almost. And I'm telling you what, I am loving the age reversal effect of this and how we look so much younger. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah,
To feel good and look good by putting a patch on, can't beat it.
exactly. Whoa, I'm covered in cold chills for you, girlfriend. Life changing, literally.
Thank you for going to meet David and you and Laura introducing this to me. I mean,
Oh,
it was just a bold moment, which wasn't a bold moment for you guys to text me because you were so passionate about it. And so it gets exciting to be bold and share it with others too, because I know what changes it did for me in my life.
thank you so much for sharing. That's wow.
Of course.
I love it. I love it. I'm so happy for you. Woo, the R word. Better than the C word, right? I love it. All right. Monica, you want to share next, girl? All right. Fantastic. Go ahead and unmute.
Hi. Hi. So I'm a little nervous. I haven't ever given a testimony. I do have a sleeping child, so I'm trying not to talk too loud, but I
Totally
hear
fine.
my echo in the dining room. But I started in May last summer, and through a school mom, I'm a parent, and she said, hey, give this a try. And I had been having issues. I'm a type 1 diabetic for 21 years now. And I had lower back herniated discs for 2 years, got steroid shots every few months to be able to walk, because it got to a point where I just couldn't lift my legs and couldn't bend over. And I have 2 small kids and a husband overseas. So things got a little difficult to move around. And then I was working out and I tore my meniscus in the middle of a HIIT workout. And so I was really, having some issues, and I injured my knee last January. I had surgery in March. And by May, I figured it must be my diabetes because I just wasn't healing very well. And I still had knee pain. And so my friend Lisa, she said, try this out. And I said, okay. And I just went ahead with the auto ship because I just wasn't prepared to buy a silver package at the time. So I just bare bones X39, nothing else. And I thought, okay, let me just forget about it because I'm going to want results immediately. I like shiny objects. I like new things, try everything under the sun for, for things. And so I just started, I started hydrating better because that always falls by the wayside for me. And within the first 4 days, all of a sudden I had no knee pain. And I said, you've got to be kidding. I said, no, this is all in my mind. This is a placebo effect. I know I'm wearing the patch, so I'm going to will myself to feel better. And no, it just continued. It never came back. And I thought, this can't be, this just can't be. I'm a real nice skeptic. And then all of a sudden I said to myself, I think I slept through the whole night. I had trouble sleeping in the last couple of years, and I thought, oh, I don't know if it's perimenopause or whatnot. And here I go, like sleeping through the night, and not like a full 8 hours, but the 6 hours or whatever I was getting was so high in quality. I was waking up before my alarm clock. Wow. And I wake up at 5 a.m. So here I am at like 4:30 going, wait, I still get to chill out for an hour in my bed before the whole day starts. And then it was very subtle, but I realized, hey, my stamina, I am blasting through the day. I've got 2 kids at 2 different schools in Houston. It's a lot of driving in Texas. And I work full time. And then I do the pickups, and then I do the nighttime with the kids. And I thought, it's 10 o'clock at night. I can still go. And it just was a really cool thing to notice. Mm-hmm. And then after about a month, I said, what other patches do you have? What do they do? And here comes Eon, and I added that. And then I saw Alavita. And I said, oh, that's for me because I'm a skincare queen. Love this stuff my whole life. And then my birthday came up in August, and we were at the conference. Mm-hmm. And people, I told Leah's my mentor. She's my long lost sister. I don't know where she's been my whole life, but I finally found her. She's my partner in crime, and I love her to pieces. And through her, I've met Dr. Stacy, I've met Laura Balzer, and I've met Marcy. And April, and I tell you, being in the presence of these powerful women, you just absorb it. And it's a whole uplifting feeling that goes right along with the patches. It's not just the patches and the benefit of that. It's getting to know people in this community that's having results. And I tell you, I can't get enough of the testimonials through the Telegram app because of all the bad news out in the world. I am so happy to see people feeling good. Mm-hmm. And it's just remarkable to me to see all of that whenever they come in, because I can't always participate in the podcasts. And so this is all kind of starting to culminate in this whole change inside and out. And then after that time, 4 months in, I noticed, and I had gone back to my pain doctor for my back. And he said, well, Monica, we've exhausted all of your conservative care. Here's a referral to the surgeon. And I said, I don't think I'm going to get back surgery. And my back still hurts. I'm like hoping these, X39 will kick in one of these days. I know I need to give it time. And sure enough, can't remember exactly the time, but a little bit after that, all of a sudden my back pain was better. And it's not 100%, but it's definitely over 85%. And it's more consistent. I have longer periods of time without an episode. And it floors me. I'm not on anti-inflammatories anymore. I'm not on pain meds. I'm not on muscle relaxers anymore. All of that's gone. And it's just absolutely remarkable.
Wow.
So now I'm in my 7th month, and I'm really noticing that I'm more sensitive to my insulin. So I've had to kind of manipulate and change some things here and there. I noticed that my correction factor is much too high. So I've had to readjust that in my pump. I noticed that my carb to insulin ratio also had to be changed, and I'm changing that. So I'm reducing the amount of insulin slowly over time.
Wow.
And it has to be the patch. There's just nothing else that's going to do that. So it's just the coolest thing ever. And I'm just loving the ride. I'm on the wave. I'm doing the tummy protocol, but I've got quite a tummy and it's not budging. So that recommendation of the energy enhancer, that's going to happen next.
Yeah.
And I've just had the greatest time being a part of this company, and that conference, what David stands for and what he's delivering is just absolutely amazing. So top to bottom, meeting great people, feeling better, going places, and being a part of all this has just been a great change in my life. So that's my testimony.
Monica. Oh my God. Well, for someone who's nervous to do this, girl, you just hit it out of the park.
Woo! Thank you.
I love it. Oh, wow. I'm so happy for you. I did not know that about your insulin. So that is.
Yeah, it's, I mean, my A1C is still a little, it was better, but then I've got a lot of stress. I'm still working on that. So I binge eat, I admit it, so I'm still working on that, but I'm back in the gym.
Good.
I just went back a couple weeks ago, and my kids have come with me. So now they're working out at the gym with me, which is the biggest dream come true. And things just keep getting better, they really do.
Good for you. Thank you for sharing, Monica. Thank you. All right, Susan.
Yes, hold on.
Hi.
Had to do that. Sorry, I'm a funny one. I was going to be prepared and get everything put together, and I didn't do that. I woke up late. I'm a network engineer, so I work 24/7. So it's been a rough week. What I want to start with, I guess, is way back. Well, I don't know. I think it started before this. I took a flu vaccine in 2006. It bloated up and teeth hurt and everything, and didn't think anything of it. And then as I progressed over the years after that, I got different symptoms, heart palpitations, my hands felt like radiators. They told me I had carpal tunnel. I couldn't swallow. My period went haywire. This is in 2011. My vision, I couldn't see. It just started going haywire. My hair was growing out like crazy, like a lioness, more than ever. My whole system just went berserk. My heart palpitations, the doctors didn't know what I was doing. I fired 4 of them as I went. They said, "You can't fire me." I said, "Yes, I can, because you're not doing this for me. I'm doing it for myself." And I've always been alternative medicine, I've always wanted to learn it and teach it, but I just have an instinct for it, I guess. My sister died of breast cancer, and so I tried helping her. I think I helped her with having 6 more years way back in 2000. She died in 2002, right before my birthday. But so in 2013, I kept getting these symptoms, and I was trying to figure out what the heck was going on with me. And I'm a computer guru, so found different information and came up with, well, I wonder if this is it, that's it. went to go get my tonsils out because I had something going on with my some glands here in my cheek, like rocks, and went to the eye doctor, went to have surgery. And that morning he said, you know, you've been looking at all these symptoms and stuff. You have a pituitary tumor. And I went, oh, light bulb. But I was being wheeled into tonsil surgery. And so I couldn't stop that. And I went ahead and went through with it. So I went to famous doctors, everything. This is me in 2013. If you notice my hands, you notice my Magoo look, you notice my hair. Yeah, it's been a journey. So I had the surgery, transpanoidal surgery, where they go up your nose and in between your eyes. And they said, oh, okay, we didn't get it all. You have to take this every 8 weeks for the rest of your life. And that's a huge, yeah, in my butt. I don't like it. Every month I feel like I'm going through a different type of menstrual cycle, which I don't have anymore since 2011. So that's every 8 weeks I have to have that. And so there's a 10-year mark that you have with acromegaly. It's what they call it, gigantism. Those are symptoms that I have. And you get progressively worse, and then your 10-year mark, you know, you pretty much not around, I guess. So I'm probably around 10-year mark. And so back November 2021, I think I got COVID as well, because I started losing my hair. You notice now it's starting to grow out. I can't, sorry about all my hair day, but I can't get it to stay in one place right now because it's like growing out since 2 months ago. That's when I started LifeWave, the patches. So back in October, I was getting all these symptoms. I've got osteopenia, I've got osteoporosis, I've got, well, now that's my mother. I've got pre-diabetic, my heart's getting worse, my bone density is getting worse. All of a sudden now, as of, when was it? I had a physical and then a follow-up in July of this last year. They put me on blood pressure medicine. I'm like, oh, this is getting ridiculous. I don't want to see myself like my mom with a table full of prescription and not being able to do anything. Not, you know, just I don't like that. I can't handle that. And I've always looked for a alternative way. I've gone to many different doctors, tried many different things. And nothing's really worked. My weights keep getting bigger and bigger. And with acromegaly, you just keep getting bigger. Your organs keep getting bigger. So you can't swallow, different things like that, which are not fun. So I started praying back in October because I was at a point where I was going to give up. I was sleeping all the time, had long haulers. I know that more now than ever. My hair is falling out. My hair, you know, that kept getting to me. My bone density wasn't getting any better. It just wasn't getting any better. And I was just sleeping all the time. I said, I can't keep doing this. This is not working. So I prayed about it. Also at the same time, my Weimer, my male Weimer, he got sick and I had to take him to the vet and I had to drag him because he's huge. So I was weak anyway. So I took him and the doctor said, well, your Weimer's not going to make it. He probably put him down next week. That's in October. About a week later, Gary Perrott introduced me to the patches. I said, okay. So I ordered them. And I'm like, probably mid-October, the last part of October, I ordered them. And I started researching it. And I said, I'm getting all of it because I want to hit different areas. I've got patches, they apply to each area that I need. X49 for muscle and bone density, SB6 for weight loss and endocrine, X39 for the stem cells, you name it. I just said, okay, except for silent nights. The Alavita does that. I just fall asleep and it's a deep sleep. So the first week, well, a lot of changes have happened to me. The first week or so, I started feeling more energy. I was up from early morning to late at night. And Steve goes, "What's wrong with you? You're up all day." I said, "Yeah, I'm excited. I'm energetic." But so I started patching my dog as well, preferring it in the bed with him at night after I used him. So as it progressed, I used the energy enhancer on my both temples. And Thanksgiving or so, I think I hadn't been able to see. My eyesight's been bad and getting worse. And we were watching a program. We're 12 feet from the TV, and Steve goes, "What does that say?" And I rattled it off. And I just looked at him. I said, "Oh my gosh, you're kidding!" And my battery's about to die on me. Great. And so my vision's improved. I just went to a wellness doctor, and she said she was expecting worse. And she said she was extremely pleasantly surprised at all my diagnosis. And she's like, "You don't need but 6 weeks of work." She said my biomarkers show I'm 6 years younger than my real age. I'm like,
Wow.
"I've only been on this for 2 months."
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Oh, a lot. They took me off the blood pressure in my physical in November. My bone density's improving. My eyesight's improving. My dog took him back to the vet a month later, and he said, "Is this the same dog?" It doesn't look like him. And my dog is better in better health than he's ever been. I
Wow.
mean, and the doctor is like, "Oh no, I don't know what you did, but I can't see that. I don't."
Oh, we lost her. Shoot, her battery was dying on her computer. Oh man, wow. Well, thank God we got to hear all of that, right? Wow, that's a huge transformation in just a couple months. Woo. Okay. Well, congratulations. I know she's going to hear this. We're so happy for you, Susan. Wow, what a journey. All right, Gloria, are you ready?
I am ready. Wow. I love hearing all
I
these
know,
results,
right?
So for those that don't know me, I, for 40 years, have been a naturopath practitioner, certified health coach, and energy healer. And my life is based around everything natural. And so why would I get sick and literally be on my deathbed, praying to God, either take me home or give me a solution? And that's what happened after I had COVID for 5 weeks, which I don't know how I got it. I live alone. I wasn't around anybody. So you figure that out for me. Okay. But I started studying a lot about spike proteins and all. And I was really curious, like, what is going on in our bodies? But for those 5 weeks, I should not have been laying in bed, unable to breathe or walk down the stairs to take the dog for a walk, because my entire counter was filled with the supplements and with green drinks and, doing everything that I know, like you, Stacy, this is our life. And yet I was getting worse. And my daughter's like, "Ma, you need to go to the doctors." I said, "Do you want me alive or dead?" Because just to put it out there, I don't judge anybody what they do and how they do it, but I avoid that. And I've never taken medications. And the few times I've gone to a doctor, they're like, "You don't take any medication?" I'm like, "Absolutely none." And they always want to hand you a prescription. I'm like, "No, thank you." So here I am on my deathbed wondering, like, what am I going to do? And when I woke up the next day after my prayer, I had a chuckle in my head. Okay, God has a greater purpose for me. And so I began to learn about more of the things out there that could help cleanse my body first, because I said something's inside there and I need to get rid of it. And then all of a sudden, this beautiful woman here, Stacy, introduces me to the stem cell patches about a year after that. I was in long haul for a year. I had no energy. I was sleeping constantly. I run 2 of my own businesses. I had barely an hour to stay awake and accomplish things, and I'd be back asleep. And everything was off. My metabolism was off. I had aged literally about 30 years when I got out of that bed and looked in the mirror. And some of you have seen my before and after it. My whole face and neck is literally sagging at, oh, there's one of my patches. And everything in here was wrinkled. I am 67 and a half years old. And this is the result of a year on these patches. But I didn't go for this, just like none of you gals did. But it's showing me that the inside is now coming on the outside. My energy and stamina is amazing. My brain function feels like when I was in my 30s and ran 3 high-end businesses, and that's how my brain is working right now. And so everything's is getting better on so many different levels. I realized recently I don't get heart palpitations anymore. Like I wasn't even thinking about it, but then it was like, oh, I don't get those anymore. My muscle strength has increased. I am on every patch now. Okay. Although I started out with the basics, the X39, the Eon, and the glutathione. And in a few weeks is when I saw these long haul symptoms starting to dissipate, even though I had been on all these supplements. And I learned that my body was not absorbing and digesting these supplements for some reason. Now my digestion all around is better. So when I was actually in Italy, when I met Paulina for my book tour, now think about this. Here was a person who couldn't even think straight. She wrote and published a book while she was on the stem cell patches and ran her business and went to Italy to meet this beautiful woman. And I was concerned because I had been sedentary literally for 2 years, okay, that how am I going to walk all over Italy for 18 days? I was not sore once. I just kept moving and sleeping well and doing what I had to do. And then I took a fall, a really bad fall on my knee. And it was on like a marble flooring. Everybody's panicking. Get the ice, get the ice, get the ice. And not our ice way, but the ice. I'm like, no, I'm fine. Well, I don't go anywhere without this in my purse, which is why I patched up Paulina too. I put 3 of them around my knee. There was no swelling, no bruising. The abrasion that was there was gone the next morning. I had no pain, no nothing. So whatever is happening, you know, with the repair in our body, it's working. And times we don't even know what it's doing. But I also had a muscle test, and a year prior I had it. My muscle increased 150%. The woman that did the testing was blown away. My upper body strength, 150%. And I was only on X49 for 2 months at that point in time.
Wow.
So I've done the facelift protocols that we have out there, obviously. And I didn't do them in the beginning. I started doing them after I started seeing the results, because I've always had really, really, really deep lines here, even as a kid, and they're starting to go away. See?
There are none there, babe.
Well, they're there. They're there.
You
They're
cannot see any lines in your face.
But you know, I've not seen anything in 40 years do what these stem cell patches are doing rapidly to increase our health and well-being. And I am so grateful for you, Stacy, and David, and everybody here, and all the people that have come to me and said, I want to try it too, because we are changing the way we look at medicine, the way we treat our bodies. We're empowering ourselves to take control over our lives. And I've always believed in the healing power within our own body. I used to teach this stuff. But like you said earlier, the older we get, we have less to work with. And I just submitted for my biomarker test, so I can't wait to see what comes back. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
But I think, you know, overall, you know, feeling half your age when you were literally on a deathbed less than 2 years ago, that says a lot.
It's huge.
That's huge.
That is
Yeah.
huge. Wow.
And I'm going to put energy enhancer all over my body and get rid of this fat. Oh, that's one of the things I wanted to say. The energy enhancer, when I put it on my lung points, after I had thought I felt better, okay, this was, you know, over a year later, I just thought, oh, let me put it on my lung points. I had no difficulty breathing or anything. I was running up and down the stairs now. But all of a sudden I went outside and realized I was breathing deeper than I had probably years and didn't even know it.
Wow.
So that was like a big wake up. Like I'm actually feeling the air in my lungs. That was really cool too.
That is cool.
Yeah. So
Wow.
that's a bit of whatever, you know, has helped me over this past year. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to continue. But anybody who has long haul, please do yourself a favor. get on the system, talk to somebody about what to do. Do I do some supplements? Yes, but I didn't in the first few months because I wanted to see what the patches were going to do for me. But now I'm doing a few little things, and a group of us are doing, a parasite cleanse and all. So everything is helping us get healthier and younger. And I'll take that.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing, Gloria. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow. We know so many people deal with long hauler symptoms. So that's a huge, huge thing, right? And using these patches to help get that stuff out of your body and get your body back in balance is key. So I want to share with you guys, we only have a couple more minutes, but I want to share with you how, again, this is working for all these different things in the body. Remember this little patch I shared with you in the beginning? This is the stem cell activation patch. It does not have stem cells in it. There are no aborted fetuses here, okay? Just so you understand, this is a wearable light technology. So this signals your body to activate, elevate, and mobilize its own stem cells, resetting a third of the genes. How does this happen if nothing is going in the body? This is a non-transdermal patch. Non-transdermal means nothing goes in. Transdermal patches are your pain, nicotine, birth control patches, things like that. So see this white part? Embedded in this white part is a crystal lattice structure. That structure, it's not like a clear quartz crystal or an amethyst, okay? It's a solution of amino acids, sugars, oxygen, and water, a proprietary organic blend that David Schmidt invented. And so that is embedded in here. It's basically a light crystal structure, okay? And so when we apply the patch to the body, our body is heat. You heard Katana say that, I think it was Katana saying your body heat, your temperature is more regulated now. And so did Paulina saying her body temperature is more regulated. So we know we emit body heat, right? No matter what your body temperature is, we emit a low level infrared light. And so when you apply the patch to the body, your body's heat or light reflects back a very specific wavelength of light from this patch, okay? So nothing goes in, a wavelength of light comes in, it signals a peptide in your body, GHKCU, you can research that. There's a wonderful site, we'll put it in the feed here, reverseagingwithghk.com. You can see Dr. Lauren Picard, 50 years of clinical studies on everything from asthma and allergies, COPD to cancer. All the clinical studies are on there, everything in between, right? With the improvements of increasing your own GHKCU, which declines as we age. So we increase our GHKCU, we're resetting a third of those genes back to their young, youthful state. We know that one of those genes is responsible for mobilizing and activating, elevating your own stem cells. Young, youthful, healthy, pluripotent stem cells, meaning they can go to any cell, tissue, or organ, no matter what's going on in your body. And you heard from 6 different women with 6 different stories, backgrounds, situations, issues, wants, needs. It addresses all these different things because that's what stem cells do. Right? They're the holy grail of healing, like Alicia said, literally are, right? And so this signals your body to activate and mobilize its own stem cells. Your body knows how to heal itself. It has its own innate ability to know how to do that. And so when you put this on, it goes to work with whatever you need in whatever order you need. You can't pick. Just like with Monica, her back pain, it did not go address her back pain first. Now, I'll be honest with you, Ice Wave will get rid of your back pain on the spot. That's what it does. It doesn't fix the problem, but you can put Ice Wave on any place that hurts and it's going to get rid of the pain. I've done that. Brent's done that. Millions of people have done that. So, but it did eventually, after 7 months, get to her back pain. After it knocked off a lot of other things that were going on in her body, right? Helped out with a lot of other issues. Then it got to her back pain 7 months later. So you can't pick where your body's stem cells go to repair first, but knowing that day after day, week after week, month after month, that process is going to continue to repair everything in your body, reverse everything in your body. And like Gloria mentioned, when the inside is young and healthy and youthful, that's a direct reflection of what the outside looks like. So none of us here are on filters. We're not on, put on your own makeup on the Zoom. Like, we're really legit the people we are right here. And whether it's been 2 months or over a year and a half, we are looking the way we do because of using the patches that's helping to improve our inside of our body. So here's what I want you to know. How do I get this? You have a couple options, okay? So our patches come in what we call a sleeve. A sleeve is a month's supply. So you can get a month supply of X39 retail for $150. It's $5 a day. It's not that bad. It's cheaper than a Starbucks, and that's killing you, right? And so you can get a month supply of the supportive patch for $80. Still not that bad, looking at, I mean, it's a little $7, $8 a day, it's maybe a little too much for some people's budgets. So we look at our wholesale option. Okay. And so you have the ability to purchase these at a wholesale pack, no sign up fee, no set monthly commitment. You do whatever you want. You can get 2 X39s, 2 Eons for only $2.99. So you can get 1 month retail for $2.30, or you can get 2 months of each for only $2.99. Totally up to you which one you pick. I mean, for me, I'm like, hello, wholesale. You heard a couple of these ladies, they're like, give me all of them. I want to try all of them, right? And so they went for the diamond pack. That's what I went for, diamond pack. I think all of us on here have a diamond pack at this point, right? And so because we can mix and match and get all the different patches, and the price is even less when we purchase more in bulk, right? But you do whatever's best for you. What I want you to do is I want you to get back with the person that invited you. Whoever invited you to this page, you go back to them. Don't message me. Don't message the ladies on here. Message the person that got you in this page and say, hey, I saw that live. I need some of these patches, or I want more information. We'll send you PDFs. We have a health tracker, patch summary sheet, startx39now.com. We'll send you the information. Perfect. Take a look at it, research it, do your due diligence if you choose, right? Know that with this, there is nothing that is going to interact with this technology. So if you're on a medication, if you're on a supplement, a therapy, whatever, there's no side effects, there's no contraindications with anything that you're doing. So you can use this safely and effectively and not have to worry about those contraindications, which you typically would with things. Because like Gloria said, her supplements, her body wasn't assimilating them. It was not absorbing and using those nutrients. This works at the speed of light. This is literally a wearable light technology, signaling peptides in your body to do what God created you to do, which is have a body in balance, homeostasis, right? And so this is just putting the body back in balance. If you're wondering, where do I start? They mentioned a lot of patches. We always start with X39 and Eon. We love to add that glutathione as well too, because of detoxing and getting rid of the toxins in the body. Boosting the immune system is critical. You can get all of these in a silver pack. You can get 2 months of X39 and a month of Eon and a month of glutathione in that $2.99 pack. You can even get 5 patches in this if you want. If you want to mix and match, you heard the ladies talk about energy enhancer. You heard somebody else talk about carnosine for eyesight. You can get all of these in a pack for $2.99. That's the beautiful thing. You only get what works for you, what you want to get. And that's what really matters, is what we can do to help you improve your quality of life. This is, like I said in the beginning, a tool in my toolbox. And just as Gloria has mentioned, in her 40 years, in my 20 years of holistic health, I've never found anything like this. And I've had countertops of supplements and stuff, everything over the years as well too. Never anything like this that's this simple, this easy, this effective, this affordable, with no side effects, no interactions, only benefits to help you improve your quality of life. And that's what we're here for. Like I think it was Monica was saying the news, somebody was saying the news feed, everybody, all the toxicity and the negativity. Then she gets on the Telegram channel and she sees all this positive and all these people's lives that are impacted in a positive way and helping each other. People are working together to offer solutions for people, and we're actually getting results. And some obviously very quickly, in days and weeks and even months, right? And sometimes things do take time. I talked to a lady yesterday and she's like, I'm on the 2-year plan. She's had MS since she was 19 and she's almost 70. She's like, I'm on the 2-year plan. I know this is going to take 2 years, but I know in 2 years I'll have a totally different life. And like 2 years are going to go by no matter what. You're either going to get older and more decrepit, or you're going to get younger and more youthful. The choice is yours, right? And so get with the person that invited you. Again, thank you for being on here today, or thank you for watching the replay. We're happy to get all of your questions answered and help you to customize what's best for you. We do private Zoom consultations. We do private Facebook chat consultations, text consultations, phone call consultations. So we do whatever we need to help you get the results and get your answers, your answers to your questions. So thank you, ladies, for being on here this morning. I'm so happy for all of you. We will see you guys again next month with new testimonials, new people. We're going to do this at least once a month so we can share people's success stories. So thank you all. Have a fantastic Saturday.